This guy, Andy Muschietti, who actually directed the massive disaster called The Flash, has recently blamed almost everyone but himself for the reason why this project was a major disaster at the box office. Now, he is someone that I think ever since The Flash made its debut in 2023, the summer of 2023, he has really not had much to do technically. Now, that film only made $271 million dollars at the box office, now, not counting its huge budget. It lost Warner Brothers hundreds of millions of dollars at the box office. Now you have Andy Muschietti that doesn't want to take any blame, major blame for why this project was a major disaster. He decides that he's going to blame fans, he's going to blame even women of all people. But I'll go over what he says. First of all, he blames Ezra Miller, the star. And now, to be fair, Ezra Miller is a douchebag. Ezra Miller is an idiot, has always been an idiot with what he did in 2022, leading up to 2023's release of The Flash. That is a well documented story. I'm not going to go over his bad lifestyle at that time. Now, this is what Andy Muschietti says on X because he is here blaming the people like Ezra Miller for this particular reason why the film failed. He says that it's the result of a mental health situation. It turned out the way it turned out. Let's say, I mean, he was dealing with mental health situation. Well, when you make a movie, there are things you just can't control. One of them is when actors have a public relation crisis. He got into trouble, was arrested in Hawaii. I had, in general, a good experience with him. He's a great actor, a great comedian. I was surprised by him, but then towards the end, I came across all this and I said this happened months before the release, just before the premiere, and well, it was a setback. Now he continues again because now he's no longer just only attacking Ezra Miller. He says that he blames superhero fatigue for why this film was a major disaster at the box office. He says later other factors piled up like the fatigue with superhero genre at the time. Now, the most interesting one is the fact that he blames women for The Flash failing at the box office. He says he blames the female audience. He says that the Flash character was not very popular. And in fact, he even says it's an unknown comic character. He says years later, I started learning about other things like how when a movie like this is made, there is an exception to appeal to all four quadrants of the audience. And this is a movie that, apart from everything else I mentioned, I think failed in the sense that it didn't appeal to all four quadrants of the audience. When a $200 million movie is made, the studio expects to bring everyone and even your grandmother to the theaters. And in private conversations later on, I learned things like how a lot of people weren't interested in the Flash as a character. Half of those four quadrants, the female quadrants, many women don't care about the Flash as a character. These are things I worked against the movie. These are things that worked against the movie, and I gradually found out about them. But I'm very happy with the movie, and I highly recommend it. Now, the Flash isn't a good film. To be fair, I've not watched The Flash, but the reviews for The Flash has been terrible till date. The Flash is not a well made film. So let's not only come and blame women for why this project failed so massively at the box office. You didn't make a very good film, Andy Muschietti. Yes, you might blame Ezra Miller's conduct that year leading up to the film's release as to why it failed, but you still had other major stars in the film like Michael Keaton. It wasn't only just the fact that Ezra Miller's controversy was the main factor and women abandoning the project made it not work. I think you just didn't make a very good film, and people saw through it and decided to keep their money to themselves. So you can't blame anyone but yourself. Please do not blame the audience for why your film has failed so badly. If your film fails so badly, it's your fault. You have to figure out what you have to do to correct such situations so it will not repeat itself next time. Now, to be fair, guys, if you've enjoyed this and you have your own opinions about Andy Muschietti blaming everyone but himself as to why The Flash failed at the box office, share your thoughts down below in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys very much next time.